Hello, it's Mr. Mulholland. Today I'm going to be showing you how to render metals. I'm going to be showing you how to render a silver coloured metal like aluminium, as well as copper and other orangey coloured metals. So I'm beginning with the silver coloured metal. All we need for this is a grey and a black pencil. I'm beginning by doing some hatching on the first face of my shape. I am doing this in sections, and I am leaving gaps between the sections. These gaps will later become reflected light. Next, I need to extend this hatching onto the other faces. To do this, I simply extend the lines onto the next face, and by changing the angles, this shows refraction of light. You can see the angle only changes by a couple of degrees on each face, but it makes it clear that there's light bouncing off the corners of the shape. Next, I am using light pencil marks to blend my hatching together. You can see that it's still visible, but it's not as well defined. Now I'm just starting to build up layers of the grey pencil. This will show light, dark areas on the shape. It's important that you slowly build up your layers in light marks, because if you do this too quickly, it'll be hard to blend it together. Now I am using the grey pencil to lightly colour between my hatch marks from earlier. Doing this will help to blend everything together to make it look more like one shape as opposed to a few sections of a shape. Now I'm just building up more layers of the grey pencil to create more dark and defined areas, as well as to hopefully blend everything together. Now I am darkening down the face that will be in the shade. I'm doing this just by lightly shading the side, but uniformly shading it as well so that I don't get light and dark patches. It's important you don't do this too heavily and you build up layers slowly, because if you don't, the whole shape will lose its tones and it'll be one solid colour. I'm just using this rubber to rub out areas to show reflection of light. Now I'm just using the black pencil to add extra areas of detail, as well as to darken down the dark face even more. I'm using the black pencil to add the final details to mark the boundary of where the light will be reflecting. Next I'm going to be rendering a copper coloured cube. To do this I'm going to be using an orange colouring pencil and a yellow colouring pencil. It's important that the yellow is not stronger than the orange. To begin with, you're going to lightly colour all faces with the yellow colouring pencil. Once I have done that, I'm going to use the same hatching technique on all faces of the cube, making sure that the angle changes slightly where the faces meet. It's important that you don't go too heavy when you're doing this, although it should be definitely heavier than when you were lightly colouring the cube. This time, instead of building shade in the same colouring pencil, I am going to be building the light and dark patches using the orange colouring pencil. I make sure I show light areas using the yellow pencil and the darker areas using the orange pencil. Here I'm filling out the lighter areas using the yellow pencil to try and blend the different areas together. I am using the orange colouring pencil to make this face the darker face. By doing this, it tones the whole face down. Again, I'm building this up using many light layers of pencil. Now I'm just using the orange pencil to blend the different tones together, and using the rubber to show streaks of light. And that's it. You can experiment with different colours to give you different materials. For example, cobalt has a bluish tinge, so you might want to mix the grey and the blue colours in order to try and achieve something similar to that. Thank you.